Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony, this is the 15-Minute Gamer, and welcome to my quick review of 9-Bit Armies, A Bit Too Far. You can check it out now on Steam, link in the description as always. So it's going to set you back £16.75, about $18. As always, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video by the end, drop it a like, comment below if you're going to check it out, and most importantly, subscribe for more content. Right, let's get into it. So first up is what is the game and a bit about gameplay. Well, it's an RTS. It's in early access. It's made by the guys at Petroglyph Studios, which is basically the guys who were responsible for some of my favourite games ever, with Command and Conquer, Red Alert 2, Generals, that sort of thing. And as your typical RTS, you're given a bunch of objectives, usually destroy everything on the map, and then you need to build up a base, grab the unit, and go and kill the enemy. Moving on to the graphics, it has this obviously lower poly style, which you'll have seen in many indie games by now, and I must admit I'm a little bored of this style now. I just don't think it looks particularly great, and I've also seen it in a lot of asset flips for zombie games and stuff. However, the units look decent, there's some nice effects, and overall, if you like this style, I don't think you'll have any issues there. Map design though, they are decent I would say, but they aren't really designed to be a campaign. They feel like they were designed for a classic skirmish mode. The way they're made is that you'll just be fighting enemies from every single direction. It's not like right at the bottom, work your way up or anything like that. It just feels like, yeah, the bases are on all four corners, one in the middle maybe, and then everyone battles it out. And usually what that leads to is me just pouring units in both directions from my base, left and right, like a pincer movement, because the map's almost symmetrical. You don't have to work out what's coming up because you could work it out anyway. Sound is, and I keep saying this lately with a lot of these little indie games, it's a little lackluster. It's not great. It does the job and does what it needs to. There's no voice acting, not even the mission giver has a voice. It's just blah, 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 blah. You know, again, you've seen it a million times before. And it has voice commands when you control units, but again, they get a little bit boring, a little bit quick. Bug-wise, there was no crashes or bugs to report, which for an early access game is good, and it ran really well. Now moving on to fun factor and what this game is like. The RTS space is lacking for me. It has been for a while. I used to love RTSs, and I would spend so many hours on Command and Conquer, StarCraft, Warcraft, and I'm a long-term fan of Command and Conquer. If anyone ever asked me to name a PC game from my childhood, Command and Conquer will generally be up there. However, I've kind of given up that we'll ever see the glory days of 20 odd years ago. I just don't know why, but a good RTS is hard to find. And does this game live up to it with that development team behind it? You know, the people who worked on some of my favourite games? I'm going to say not really. However, if we just forget what happened 20 odd years ago and look in the context of 2024, is this a good RTS? Yeah, it is. If you live up to now and really drop your expectations if you were from that era like me, yeah, it's an alright RTS. It's pretty fun. However, as much as it is fun, I would say that the only way I've found to win is just spam as many units as possible, as fast as you can. And I'm not really seeing much strategy here, which is a bit of a shame. The UI is also not the best. And as discussed before, the map design just encourages that spam skirmish type experience. I would also say this game doesn't really do anything unique. There's nothing here that I haven't seen loads of times before. However, overall, it's fun, it works, it's functional, it's well made. If you're new to the RTS genre, this will be a great starting point for you because it's not complicated. It's going to teach you a little bit about tactics and building and how base building works and stuff. And it keeps that complexity to a minimum. Also, the way I was kind of playing it towards the end was just as a bit of a chilled palate cleanser. I could just kick back, throw this on for about 20-30 minutes. But with what skills the studio obviously has, I just wanted and expected a little bit more. And that's why, personally, for me, I found it a little bit of a letdown. But that being said, it is not a bad game at all. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.